Welcome to another episode of The New Normal TV. My name is Marco de Barros, pastor of New Life South Coast, located here in New Bedford. And we are celebrating 6 years since we planted the church back in January of 2014. We were commissioned by our pastors, Pastor Steve Boyce, who actually used to do this TV program and gave us this access, this platform. We were commissioned, my wife and I and a few others, to come to New Bedford. We believed that this city needed a thriving church, a church that was going to be for the church, but also a church that was going to be very active in the community. And 6 years later, it's so cool to see how much has happened, how much things have developed over the years with just a handful of people to now, so many people have come to faith. So many people have found their place, their church home, and we're just thrilled about what has happened. And now to be able to say we have our own space to call home, right here on Cove Road. For 5 years we were mobile. We were just bouncing from school to school, mostly Keith Middle School, but always active in the community. And now we've had relationships with shelters and youth detention homes and nursing homes, and we do international missions to different countries. It's amazing what's happened in the last 6 years. And it all stems from that vision and that dream to plant a church that would be so active and so into the community. Again, a church for the unchurched. We wanted to foster a place where people can just come and explore faith and feel alive and feel excited. And it's so cool to see that. And so today, we wanted to have a conversation with someone that has embodied that. Someone who came new and met Jesus, got baptized, joined one of our teams, serves the city, and now he's one of our leaders in the church. And I'm excited to share this conversation with you because it really kind of translates well into what we're trying to do. This man, Paul Costa, has been a great example of what God can do when you just make people welcome and let them explore it. So I believe this conversation is going to be a blessing to you. So check it out. So I'm here with my man Paul. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Listen, that's crazy. We're getting ready to celebrate 6 years, right?
It's amazing.
Like, quickly, time just flies by. But I wanted to have a conversation about the fact that, as a church, we always wanted to be a church that is for the unchurched, right? People who are not into it, not all about it. But then once they come in, we want them obviously to meet Jesus and get connected, get plugged in, and then go from there, right? Become part of the community. And I think you're one of those people that embodies that, right? Because of how you came in and where you are now, right? But I wanted to start by just let these guys zoom in on your shoes for a second. Let them know what you're rocking today.
Right now I'm rocking the Jordan 4s. Little gum on the bottom, so I don't want you to see the bottom of the soles about there.
But there's a story behind your Jordans, right? Yeah. Why don't we start there? Tell us a little bit about that. Why is the Jordan significant?
Well, the Jordan is significant in this story is because I was sitting at home and I guess I would say I was done with church. I used to go to church with my wife and my in-laws, and at the time I just wasn't getting what I needed. And I felt that it was a time for change, and my change was I'm not going anymore.
Yeah.
That was a change.
Yeah.
So my mother-in-law came to the house one day and she says, hey, you try the church over there? And I was like, yeah, I'll go. She said, oh, the pastor wears Jordans. And I was walking in the kitchen and I was like, huh? So it was just, I'm not gonna say it was the sneaker. No, it was the sneaker.
It was the sneaker.
Yeah, that's pretty much what got me here.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't ready. I still wasn't ready.
Yeah. So talk to me about that first time you came in. Talk to me about what was your mindset and what happened.
Goodness, it's been going 3 years, going on to the fourth, I can say.
Man, time flies.
Time flies. Yeah, absolutely. So when I came in, I was immediately greeted by Noel. Immediately. He almost actually wanted me to be on a team my first day, and I'm like, bro, hold on. So it was kind of overwhelming my first day when I came, but I knew the minute I heard you share and speak, I knew the minute it caught my eye, because I feel like I got undiagnosed ADD.
Huh.
Like, you know, I mean, like my wife and them say squirrel, and I'm like, you know, and I'm gone. So I get distracted very easily. So when I knew that, when I watched you share and you had my undivided attention, I knew that was it. I knew I was coming back.
And talk to me a little bit about not just coming, but actually getting connected and really like getting saved, basically, right? Beginning to really walk with the Lord. When did that happen for you? Because I know everybody's different, right?
Yeah, right. So at the beginning, like I said, I still kept coming along for my wife and my family, because I knew I couldn't sit at home. I'm trying to set the bar and let my kids know that this is the thing that we need to be doing. I felt when I came in that I wanted something different out of my life. I wanted something different than I had been doing all the time. You know, I tried to just commit myself, and I said, I'm coming in, and whatever, Lord, you have in store for me, I'm here and I'm open. And I just came in with open arms and just with an open mind. And I knew that whatever was asked of me, this wasn't even getting ready to serve yet, but I knew I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be an usher. I wanted to be on a parking team. I wanted to be what people were doing around here. I wanted to be a part of the church.
I remember the day you got baptized, man. That was a powerful day, right?
Yeah, it was.
Talk to me about that. What was that like for you, from your perspective?
Well, for me, like again, like I always get nervous in these situations once I get into them. But once I get in it, that's a wrap. I'm all in. I knew that I wanted to be baptized. I knew it was time. But just that building up to it, man. Just even the walk to the pool, man, was emotional. Stepping foot in that water. Everybody thinks the water's cold. When you get up in there, it was like, it was nice and warm. So now I'm now relaxed, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
But even so, man, just having my friends and family there was really an emotional roller coaster for me, because I have situations with my younger children that, you know, it was good to see them there.
Yeah.
For them to see that, you know.
So let's talk a little bit about that. When you talk about situations and whatnot, you know, we all have our past, right? We all have our stuff that we kind of work through. For you, what was some of the stuff that you kind of have worked through, or maybe still working through?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna go up in this till last night. This is an ongoing situation for me where I remember, I want to say that Aaron had spoke about it as when you speak into some negativity yourself, everything that comes at you is going to filter through that.
Yeah.
So that really stuck out to me the other day, and I'm like, wow, I feel like this new year, like 2 strong messages were directed at me. You know, everybody says, oh, Pastor, that was me, he was talking to me.
Yeah.
But man, 2 strong messages were directed, and I felt it. And I just, I have a fear. And I always say my fear is the false expectations appearing real, of what everybody else is gonna think about me.
Yeah.
People in my past, people that I hung with, just people that saw the old Paul that was out there wilding, which wasn't me, you know? And I just worry about being judged all the time, you know? And I'm doing better with that.
Yeah.
Because now I'm focusing on, maybe they're not talking about me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not looking at me like that.
Yeah.
Wow, he's not talking to me. But I said to myself, did you talk to him?
But that's interesting, because I find it interesting that no matter where we are in our walk, right, no matter what season, there's always like this, a little bit of a concern that we have with the opinion of others, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Like no matter how old we are, it's always like a challenge. You know, when we were younger, we were
You
like,
get that too?
yeah, like think about it, right? I'm in front of people.
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so whether I want or not, my life is out there. right? And if people that know me knows I'm a very private person, but the calling puts me in front of people all the time. So people have all kinds of opinions, right? Whether they know you or not, they're gonna have an opinion. You know what I mean? And so it's one of the things that we'll always have to kind of work through and filter through, because then you end up being a version of yourself that you want others for you to be, as opposed to just be yourself, period.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I love about Jesus. I think Jesus comes on the scene to be himself and to let people be themselves. You know, that's what I love about it. Like when I read Jesus and when I study Jesus, it's like, man, you never see Jesus try to make someone be something that they're not. You know what I mean? He almost like discourage people from even following him, because he's like, are you sure you want to do this? You know what I mean? Because he wants it to be your own self, you know, coming and wanting to be a part of that. So I think it's powerful to see your journey, you know, the little that I know, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure there's so much more that there's always going to be opinions no matter what, you know, but prayerfully we can keep bridging that gap between what people are saying about us, but what God's saying about us. You know what I mean? And that to me is the most important, critical thing that we're trying to get to, this new normal. It's like this new normal is, man, we're just trying to be who God calls us to be. We like Jordans, we wear them. You know what I'm saying? We like hoodies, we wear them. You know what I mean? Like, just be us. From obviously that's just from clothes standpoint, but to me, for any area, from any level of life, period, let's just be us in Christ. That's the freedom. You know what I mean? And speaking of that, like you've worked with the whole freedom crew and the whole freedom aspect, which is a big part of what we do here with the addiction. Talk to me about that. Like, what made you want to be part of that, and how is it for you working in that?
Right. So, again, we're gonna mention Noel. All right, it's Noel.
Shout out to Noel.
Noel. When you come in, he will put a full court press on you, and he's gathering team members. That was it right away. So when I was asked to do it, because what happens is around here is I see a lot of people joining teams and leaving teams, and I knew to myself that I wanted to be in this thing grounded. A pillar, grounded, because there's people that depend on seeing you every week. As silly as it may sound.
No, absolutely.
They may come and they may say, hey man, well, where's he at this week? I was out with my back injury, and it's like people are showing, it's like.
That's a really great point, man.
You know,
So honestly, that's a really great point.
So that's why, like, even a lot of, I kind of jumped in with both feet, and I knew that this was a big part of the church, and I knew that a lot of people weren't going to want to step up for it, because what I noticed in this crew was there was a lot of people that were kind of hiding, I would say. No one would agree to take pictures. People, no, that's not me. And I feel like a lot of people can't get over that hump if you can't really identify the problem.
Right.
So for me, I like I said, I jumped in with 2 feet. I embodied this, and I want to continue on going on. It was funny because Adriana's when it texted me on my way from vacation, and she was like, yeah, we want to do it. And I'm like, you know, like you always want to look at the phone and be like, man, but put it down. Like I said to myself, when I come to this thing, I want to come in with 2 feet. And that's what I've done with everything in the church. You know, because like I said, I don't want to be that person that gets.
I think that's the right approach. You know, I think that, you're not going to get anywhere if you're not fully there. Right. But the Freedom Crew is powerful because, as you know, this is a big part of what this community is dealing with, right? The city, the region, addiction.
Addiction, recovery.
What has been some like cool things that you've seen that gives you hope that like, man, this is working?
Oh my goodness. Just seeing somebody come in cleaner than they were last week. Clothes-wise. You can tell, you can just see it. You can see the aura on people when they walk through the door and they have something to look forward to. Just hearing stories about how they couldn't wait to come to crew, or they had a rough day today and they've been thinking about crew all week. Because I kind of reach out to we have a handful of people that we reach out to. Like I'll take 3 and other people will take 3. And we kind of reach out and call them on a daily basis, see how everything's doing. Not that we're perfect.
Yeah.
Because it kind of helps me as well.
Right.
If I'm sliding or slipping back, when
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm in this rut, that I can kind of lean and say, let me call this person. And they say they feel like getting out of there. And I feel like I'm slipping and not being on top of what I need to be on top of. So,
yeah, that's big, man.
Yeah, it's very important, this Freedom Crew, man. There's so many people come out of there, and it's amazing.
I love it, man. I would also give a shout out to Noel and the whole team, because
Noel and his wife and Randy and his wife.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of commitment.
It's a big commitment, and as you know, people when they're going battling addiction, they're not consistent. But you have to be consistent to give them some kind of framework to go by. So I really appreciate you guys and the work that you do, because I know the difference that it's making. Right. Just today, I got an email from someone who's gone through Freedom Crew, talking about like what they've experienced and how they're in a different place now, and now they want to be part of the team. You know what I mean? Because as you get help, you want to help somebody else.
See how that works.
And let's jump into another area, because I know, again, what's cool about you is that you really came and I was like, man, I'm gonna try different things, and I know you also have done Serve the City.
Absolutely.
I think you did. Is it the shelter?
Shelter
that you do?
Yes. Sister Rose.
Yeah. Talk to us about that. What is that like?
Well, that's pretty interesting. Sometimes, because what it is I see, being from the city, I see people that I know go through there, and it's heartbreaking. And at the same time, I have to remain, and when you go in there, you can't run out of there saying, oh, well, I saw this one there, and I saw this one there, and I saw. So once I go in there and I see people I know, it's weird. You almost gotta kind of separate for a second and then pull back, because we break bread, we eat, and then we go sit with the people that are there.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just the reality of, man, this thing is real. Like there's homeless people in New Bedford that have nowhere to live. It's cold.
Yeah.
For one, it's freezing. When you look in the paper and it says overflow's open, you just read it.
Right.
You say, wow, it's cold out. All right, you carry on. You think about it. You pray.
Right.
But there's a lot of folks that it doesn't mean anything to them.
Right.
So for me, it gives back for me to be able to go serve food, a warm meal, chop it up with a few of the people there, whatever their beliefs are, because some people fight with you.
Yeah.
It hit me and I'm like, wow, man, this thing right here, I will serve every time I have to. I get mad when I can't serve. Yeah. Mad, but I enjoy serving. I enjoy when they want us to come there. I enjoy feeding them.
What would you say has been some of the major things you've seen God do with the family unit? Because I know you got a situation where your wife was coming, you weren't coming, and then the kids, right? And then you gotta like bring the kids together. All that, like, how is that for you guys? Because that's a big part of what we're trying to do here, is to bridge the gap for families, right?
Yeah.
Of all ages and different situations. So how is that?
Well, I 100% believe and know that it definitely starts at home.
Yeah.
Okay, because my wife is not trying to leave the kids at home to come to church, and she's, oh, let's go, we're going.
Yeah.
Me, if you give me a hard time sometime, man, I'm out of here. I'm going to get I'm out. I'm not. So I'm learning more to focus on and take my time with my children and know that this is what's best for them. They might not like it right now. And I hear you talk about that all the time, growing up in the church. They might not like it, but they got to do it. Yeah. They definitely got to do it. Like, I bring my older daughter with me to sit, and I can feel it. She's on her phone sometime, but she's praising. She's gonna get it. Like them guys you say come in the pockets. Yeah. And we got them. They're all cool now, and they're all stiff. You break them down once they get here. But
I always say, as long as you're in the house.
As long as you're in the house.
You're in the house.
And that's what I came at it. That's what I approached it as. As long as I'm here, whatever, God, use me. Yeah. Whatever you need from me, whatever you need me to do, I'm here.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for families to come to church together. It's one day.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it for me.
What would you say to the dudes that were in your shoe that didn't want anything to do with it? You know, if you could talk to a dude out there right now, what would you say?
I would say, next time that female asks you to go to church, that you put on your shoes and come.
Jordans or not?
Jordans not. Because we always seen, what I've been noticing around here is, it always takes a female to bring a young brother, a young guy to church.
Yeah.
Because that's it. And I would say for the young person that is at home and doesn't want anything to do with the church, just to give it a chance, just to give it a shot. We have a young pastor here who wears Jordans, who wears ripped jeans, who has a hoodie on, and it's cool. And that's just it, man. Like I said, the first day I came, and I'm not just saying that because I'm here and I'm sitting here with you. It was a very mind-blowing experience that I knew that I wanted more. And like I said, even now, I go to church, man, I'm going, if I got to roll out alone, I'm out. I'm not, and I'm double dipping too. That's happening. So that's a big part for me, man. I would say just come, just try it. You don't have to stay.
Yeah.
You don't. I got some young brothers right now that call me, hey, you going to church this morning? And part of me sometimes wants to stay home. And I say, wait, they might come today.
Right.
Let me go.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. What's your favorite thing about this community, man? What do you like about it? You know.
My favorite thing about this community is when something needs to get done, it gets done.
Yeah.
We come in numbers.
Yeah.
It reminds me of World War Z. See that movie? You like movies?
Oh yeah.
You see how the zombies just come? If we say, listen, we need that bench moved right there, we got more than enough people.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Let me straighten that out now. Right. Because sometimes some people are like, I'm gonna be right back. And they out. But for the most part, I think the community is so strong when something absolutely needs to be done, like crunch time, it gets done. Yeah. Seeing everybody pull together in whatever area it may be, the cafe, security, usher, every team pulls together.
Yeah.
This building was empty.
Yeah.
Nothing in it, right?
Yeah, remember the time we were here mopping?
Mopping, we was waxing. Get it right. It's mopping and waxing is two different things. We was doing section by section, and we did that 3 times through this whole building.
Because Fernando was like,
one more coat.
And that was like midnight,
no,
right?
Man, you remember when I told you, Pastor, make an executive decision, tell him no.
We need to go.
And Pastor said, you know what? No, Fernando, this hallway is kind of, and we were good, and I was like, man, good. So, other than that, man, I mean, just the community, man, is so strong.
Yeah.
Like I said. And you will get picked off if you're trying to hide out.
Yeah.
You'll get picked off, so don't be trying to hide on us.
Yes, sir. So last question, right? We're going into this new year, like you just said, start of the year strong, a couple of strong messages. Last night we had a prayer, powerful.
So powerful.
What's your expectations for this year, man? What are you looking forward to? What do you think God's speaking to you about?
First and foremost, if I can get past this, man, what are they thinking about me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm working on first. What I see more is just to touch more people coming through the Freedom Crew. Touching more people, getting more people. One of the things I would love to see is that shopping center that's through that wall right there. We're gonna bust that wall down and that's gone.
Come on.
Because we're just 3 people here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've gone to 3 services for a reason.
Yeah.
I would love to see us own this whole building.
Yeah, amen, man.
Here. That's what I want to see.
I love that.
And then everything else is gonna fall.
Yeah. Amen.
You know?
So I want to say this as we close this, that I don't know what people are thinking about you, but here's what I think about you. I see a pillar. I see someone who came in, really gave his best, is giving his best, and I believe that's what God cares about at the end of the day. That we are here to do our best, because we understand what He's done for us, and now we want to live up to that. And none of us are perfect. All of us have a past, but that past is gone. Like when you went through the waters, He's like, man, it's legit, it's gone, right? I have a new future for you. So there's a saying, when the enemy reminds you of your past, you can remind him of his future. You know what I mean? Because the enemy just comes, again, through people to try to break you down, discourage you, get you down. But remember, you may not be there yet, but you're on your way. You're definitely on your way. That's why I love to chop it up with you, because I like it when it's real. I like it when it's raw. I like it when it's honest. And I think that's what God cares about at the end of the day. You know, when I read the Bible, there's no one there who's qualified. The only one qualified was Jesus, and He's the one that had to pay for us. You know what I mean? Everybody else was jacked up. And there's only one kind of people that God uses, jacked up people, because there's nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to have you on board. I'm glad to have your family on board. And I'm glad we're able to chop this up. And I believe that this conversation is going to bless a lot of people. So much love, my brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you
sir.
very much.
I love how practical Paul is, and I love being able to hear his heart. And again, to me, he just illustrates the reality of what God is doing here in our midst. Not just here in New Bedford, but also in Fall River. We have a second location. And it's just people coming together and allowing God to take center stage in our lives and have His way with us. And the possibilities are endless. You know, that church is not this boring place and this antiquated place just for, you know, the older generation, but it's for all generations. That's what I love about it. Like when you come here, you're seeing people from all walks of life, and you're seeing all cultures and all backgrounds and all generations. That's what I love about it. It really is a family church for all ages and for all people. And so if you don't have a place, we would love to host you. That's our heart's desire, is for you to come and explore Jesus with us. We are a Jesus church. You know, we love Jesus, everything about Jesus, His teachings, Him dying for us, Him being resurrected. And we believe this, that Jesus makes us better at life, and we're better at life because of Jesus. You know, it all starts with you surrendering to Him and let Him really be the Lord, which means the boss, the Savior, the God of your life. And so you can pray with me right now where you are. Just invite Jesus into your life like Paul did. You know, again, no religious dogma, doctrine, all of that. It's just about Jesus, embracing Him and letting Him lead you. So would you pray with me today, just saying, Jesus, I want that life. I want that freedom. I want that joy. Come into my life, forgive me my sins, make me new. Amen. You know, that's all it takes. And then begin in that process, that journey of finding a place. You know, again, if you don't have a place, we would love to host you. Find us at newlifesouthcoast.com, or just find us on Facebook. But at the end of the day, just give God a chance to do what only He can do. Until next time, and God bless you guys mightily.